Hello, strangelings. Welcome to my parlor. Now, I know this is a really different video to have on Mouthy Girl Gaming. This seems more like a Lady Emery Draven video, right? But, I wanted to make this video because you guys are not seeing an L playing today. And it's not pain issues, it's not I have something coming up, it's not family emergency or having to mourn yet another death, I swear. I say yet another death because you guys only know about a few of the deaths that have happened in my family, but they're pretty frequent. Not gonna lie. Pretty frequent. So, I am making this video because anybody who watches my archive or has, kept up with it at least a little bit knows the fact that, the archive for Porcelain Tales went up last week. And that's, if you're a watcher, you know that's usually an indication that Porcelain Tales is coming out the next week, next 2 weeks, or I am banking up and that's going to be the next one in the bank. So the next day I go ahead and I go to cut the now playings. I cut off all the external extra parts, and I go to go through the game to see if there's anything I should cut down a little bit. No sound from the game. None whatsoever. Fun, huh? I spent last week, I was like, I'm going to roll up my sleeves and really get this done. I played through one more time so that I could harvest the sound from the game. Thinking, of course, I'm not going to worry about, because I don't want my voice on it, so I'm not going to get it from accidentally playing it the second time. I'm going to go ahead and replay it so it's fresh. I'm going to mute my mic over here so that you can't hear me talking, and that way I can just harvest the game sounds. I did that. Between playing and harvesting the game sounds, it took the entire day. A lot of jumping. I went ahead and I broke quite a bit of glass. There was a lot of parts where I have to be like, oh, well, is that okay to leave it into this part? Things like that. When, double sounds and stuff like that. And then I had to render them for use, right? So it literally took me all day to do that part. Morgath had a couple days off, so I took a couple days to myself because I don't want to work at a breakneck pace and kill myself over any of it anymore. I love you guys, but nothing is worth me killing myself over fussing to make sure things are perfect anymore at the kind of speeds I used to. If I'm going to fuss over making sure things are perfect, I might as well just go at my own pace to make sure that I don't hurt myself doing it. So, because he was here, he of course was the guest moderator, and working double duty for the first time, because this is the first time he's moderated since I started streaming on YouTube as well. And he's a great moderator. He does exactly what a moderator should be doing. He lets me know when people are talking to me. He lets me know what they're saying. And he lets me know if there's a technical difficulty happening. Exactly what we need a moderator to do. Now, of course, I'm sure people think that I need a moderator to make sure that no one's saying anything harmful to me, but this skin is tough, yes. Sensitive, but tough. And I earned that skin toughness the hard way. So, I'm not worried about people saying things to me. Now, of course, I spent all day yesterday working very, very, very hard to get that edit done, to get you guys those now playings today and next week. But then, here's where I have to shout out one of my new good friends, one Mr. Ghost, who happened to be chatting with me when I was playing Backrooms. And the thought occurred to me, I was making all these jokes about the ambiance and how it sounded like an office and how this was my horror as opposed to what most people consider horror. And all this shuffling around of chairs and this sounding like a filing cabinet being slammed open and shut and things like that. Did he hear those sounds? And of course, I go back on my list of videos waiting to be edited. He did not hear those sounds. Not only did he not hear those sounds, but for 6 weeks worth of hangouts, no one heard a sound. And through having moderation this week, as well as, knowing events that were happening when I was playing Porcelain Tales for the very first time, I figured out that what happened was there were 3 programs I had updated, one being my editor, but the other being my OBS. And even though it's been a long time since I optimized everything, because I am normally a girl who does optimize my software. Honestly, I really am. But for the last few years, I have been going through a depression deep enough that, well, any of you strangelings who have gone through that type of thing know exactly what I'm about to say. Depression can be a severe mindfuck. Yes, I know it's YouTube, shouldn't cuss. Oh no. Guys, restricting words is restricting thoughts. Restricting thoughts is controlling thoughts. Just saying. So, I have 6 weeks worth of hangouts, and 1 or 2 of those actually have 3 games. Most of the games I played, blissfully enough, are just games with sound in the background, with music in the background. And maybe some light sound, like maybe some wop, 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 wop talking sound, or some psh, psh attacking sound. There is one called The Suits Have Gone Mad, that it's going to be action-y music that is not there. And what I've decided is, after I go ahead and get Porcelain Tales edited up, I am not putting all the game sounds back in. I jumped a lot during that first gameplay, so jumps are kind of every few seconds, really, in some cases. And it's not... It'd be easier if I had the game cue of the character jumping, and it would just go automatically on the queue, which is what happens in the game. I have 4 games. There's Minute, which I am not sure. I know it has background sound, and I'm not exactly sure. I would literally have to play through the entire thing to know how much the background sound is. So I think I am going to play the entire thing, just going to, replay it for everyone in a later hangout. Same with the Backrooms, which is just ambient sounds, but that's the kind of game there where I have reactions to the ambient sounds, and I'll go ahead and I'll do those reactions out loud, The many pieces of Mr. Koo, I believe... that was driven by sounds, specifically different sounds. Like, there were different and fun little sounds throughout it. And then there's also, of course, the Stanley Parable demo, which anybody who's seen anything about the Stanley Parable, demo or otherwise, know exactly how heavy that game is, reliant on that narrator's story. So, That one, of course, is going to have to be one that I do have to redo anyway. So I'm basically going to take these out of my already played list, so that I will replay them again. Any games that were not reliant, again, they're going to have my music for the background music. And if you guys view those as games that should have the original background sound, you guys want to see me play it with the original background sound, obviously I can't remanufacture that. I'm not going to go and edit that sound back in. It's just too much to deal with. So what I'll have you do is tell me in the comments that you want to hear it with the game sound, and I'll just replay it with the game sound. So that's how we'll do it, guys. I mean, thank the fates that Morgath had the day off and could tell me that he couldn't hear any game sound whatsoever. Because if he had not, I would not have even looked in to even see that I needed to check the box so that it would record and stream the sound. I mean, who was going to ever do that? The only way that making a change like that works and not letting the people who use it directly know, the only way is if they have a team working with them so that they have someone to say, hey, there's no game sound, we need to re-optimize this. Or have someone specifically to work with the software to make sure all the software is optimized as the crew uses it. I'm a one-woman show here with the occasional hubby in the background. Unfortunately, things like this are likely to occur. However, I'm a bohemian gypsy, guys. So you know what that means. The universe always feeds me lessons through things that happen all around me. This is yet another lesson. It's a lesson to remember to check my levels after I start the game, as well as when I first start the stream. I need to check on the stream real quick after that game starts up just to make sure it's still playing. And if you guys do any streaming like this, you guys use OBSs to do your streaming or anything else like that, it can be a good lesson and reminder for you guys too. Remember, it's always best if the lumps don't have to be taken by everyone. And we can still learn the lessons. Anyway, guys, I am going to go ahead and get my carcass out of here. I don't know what to call myself right now. I'm too tired to even try to speculate what I should be calling myself right now. Guys, your lovable mad gypsy is just exhausted. It's been a long week. A long staring at edits kind of week. Don't worry about praying for me, guys. I'll be just fine. I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget, it doesn't matter who you are. I love you. And take care of each other. And I'll see you guys, like I said, in the next video.